Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm here to say the Twilight films are a big mess. Here's your rose. Here's your rose of the day. You beautiful, beautiful person. And bye. So, the first Twilight film is literally like Bella moves in with her mum. No. Already fucked up. Bella moves in with her dad because her mum is dating someone or something like that. It doesn't matter. But like Bella moves in. Bella meets Edward at the school, and Edward is like, "Oh, the pretty guy," which I guess he is. I mean, he's also now a Batman, which I still need to watch because that actually seems quite interesting. So I'm not hating on the actors. Like he isn't like unattractive. He's not my type, but like I can get how he's pretty. So Bella's like, "Oh, pretty boy, I like him," but also Edward's first reaction to meeting her is, "You fucking smell. Go away." I know he didn't say that, but it did pretty much look like that. And he also rushed out the door, which is that should have been, to me, would have been a sign to be like, okay, pretty boy does not like me. I'm just gonna not talk to him. But later on, it also gets a bit stalkerish. As in, pretty boy, I'm just gonna call him that now. Pretty boy is watching us sleep. Yes, literally watching her sleep. That's creepy. Why are you just standing in the corner like that? And that is not a dream. Bella's not dreaming. She did actually see him standing there. She thought she was dreaming, but later on he also admits that apparently he's been watching us sleep for a couple of months. So now the pretty boy is now Stalker Boy. Stalker Boy is apparently a vampire. We know this because he glitters. So if you glitter, that means you're a vampire. Or you just went to a nightclub for the night and someone like threw glitter on you. I don't know. But if you glittered on a day, you're probably a vampire. Sorry to say that. So, yeah, so Stalker Boy is now stalking Bella. Bella is like still finds that very hot and she wants to date him. And then later on, Bella gets attacked because like she goes to like this baseball thing with Edward, Stalker Boy, Edward and his family, and then there's three other vampires. One's called Victoria, we'll get back to that. One other guy that doesn't matter because he's gonna die in like the next film. And then there's like the main creepy vampires who's like, "Oh, I also really like your blood." Oh, side note, Edward also isn't just a stalker, but he's like compares Bella's blood, the smell of her, to drugs. So he's not really redeeming himself on the creep alert. Sorry to say to the Edward fans. Yeah. Okay. So later on, the vampire that is like also into our blood, pretty much like lures Bella into like a room, and then she almost dies. Edward somehow saves her or something, and then she's in hospital, and for some reason her dumbass parents believe the lie that Edward says, that she falls down the stairs and fell through a window. I wouldn't personally believe that, but we'll continue anyways. In the second film, we'll just go into this. Edward makes the stupid mistake to break up with her now 18-year-old girlfriend. Mind you, he's like 117, so still not redeeming himself on a creepy side, because she's only just turned 18. In the first film she was 17, so what are you doing stalking a 17-year-old when you're like 117? Okay. So anyway, so he breaks up with this teenage girl in the middle of nowhere. When like hours later, she finally gets found, because who the fuck would break up with someone in the middle of nowhere? Well, first of all, if he was human, she could have attacked him. And the other one, and this one is the one that actually did happen, she breaks down and starts crying in the woods. Don't break up with someone in the middle of nowhere where they're gonna probably break down and start crying in the middle of the woods. Common sense disappeared. So this film is basically Bella leading Jacob on, who's like one of the other characters and all that. And she continues to lead him on until breaking dawn, pretty much, because like she's doing like dangerous shit for some reason. I think it's basically to try and get Edward to come back to her, and she starts becoming friends with Jake, and it's like starting to, I don't know if she's crushing on him, but she is definitely giving hints of crushing on him. Which again, Bella, why are you leading this poor dude on? I'm sorry, but that is literally what you're doing. Especially one scene in Eclipse, which I'll get to in a minute. What the fuck are you doing? So, at some point, Jacob also turns into this big bear wolf thing, and that means that they can't be friends anymore. We'll fast forward a bit, and like Bella decides to jump off a cliff because she saw the other big bear things that are related to Jacob do it, and that means she should do it, because that's what you know when your teacher's like, if you see your mates jump over a bridge, would you do it? Yeah, she pretty much did that. She literally took that literal from what our teachers did, so well done, Bella. Alice goes to her house. Oh wait, there's like something where like Edward phones and now thinks that Bella's dead. So Alice goes to her house, finds out that Bella's not dead because Jacob saved her, and then they go to Italy and stop Edward from exposing himself in front of like everyone, which actually did happen anyways, because he did get seen under the light where his glittery, shimmery body is shown, so he did actually show himself, but we'll forget about that. And then later on, we'll skip like the odd details, but later on, Edward asks Bella, the girl who just turned 18, the same girl he just abandoned for like several months, who has been having like panic attacks because he's been gone, to marry her because she has to become a vampire. So you're going to marry this unstable girl who's only after you because you're a vampire. I'm not saying that's the only reason why Bella's after him, but like it kind of feels like that. Also, she doesn't really think about this. Like, do you actually want to be a vampire for the rest of your life, married to this dude that you met like a year ago? Like, do you actually want to do this? Or because being a vampire means you could be a vampire for decades. But you know, happy life, happy wife, get married at 18 to be a vampire. So the next film is pretty much like the question on like whether or not like Bella wants to be married to Edward. Then there's like a war going on because Victoria, that I kind of mentioned in the first film, hates Bella because Bella caused the death of her boyfriend or something. That shit doesn't really matter to me. What does matter to me, like as you said earlier, is that Jacob is still being led on by Bella. Because like he's like, I'm gonna go, and then she's like, oh no, kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, stay and kiss me. Like, you're leading him on at this point. I cannot defend Bella for that action. She is definitely leading him on, right? Right? Yes, that's it. Yes. So he stays, and he stays until she dies. As in Breaking Dawn, Part 1, Bella and Edward gets married because she said yes to him, and she doesn't want to turn into a vampire at this point, so she stays like human or something. They then finally have their big hug, that big hug that people do to get pregnant, and she gets pregnant, even though he's a vampire. And how the fuck did that happen? How does a vampire make a human pregnant if you're supposedly dead? That part of you shouldn't be working, I don't think, but okay, she's pregnant. We'll move past that. The point is, she's pregnant, and the baby is like killing her on the inside or something. And then she does die. Temporarily dies. And then this part happens. Jacob imprints on the baby, which I'm going to call Nessie, because he calls her Nessie, and I'm not very good with names, but Jacob imprints on the baby.
It's not the earth holding you here. You would do anything, be anything she needs. A friend, a brother, a protector.
Which, that wouldn't be too weird, apart from the fact that he was also trying to say that he was crushing on Bella for the first 3 films because of the baby that she didn't have yet. So does that mean, was he going to crush on... It's, am I wrong in thinking that this is like a kind of a weird situation, a bit of a creepy situation? I don't know, because also later on at the end of the film, Alice has like a vision, and they're together. I think they're meant to be together when she turns 18. The baby, the vampire human baby hybrid thing, when she turns 18, is meant to be with Jacob romantically, that he imprinted on when she was a baby. Am I wrong in thinking this is a bit creepy? No, the answer is no, I'm not wrong. It is actually a bit creepy. But anyways, then one of the best scenes that does actually happen in this film, even though in general the film is insane, this is my actual favourite scene. I have cut it out a little bit because I don't want to be copyrighted, but just see some of it.
We can't choose who it happens with, and it doesn't mean what you think, Bella. I promise.
Take Renesmee out of the room.
Oh,
Edward, don't touch me right now. I don't want to hurt you.
Oh.
You imprinted on my daughter?
Bella's reaction to Jacob imprinting on the baby is like my favourite scene, because the second she said, Edward, I don't want to hurt you, and can you take Nessie out of the room? Shit was about to go on. Like, Jacob's face of worry and concern, he should have ran away when he had the chance. Because, like, this proves, because it's one of my favourite scenes in the whole film, it proves how shit the film is, because that's my favourite scene out of 5 films. So, well done, Twilight. I mean, I guess you inspired 50 Shades of Grey, or 30 I don't know if it's meant to be 30 or 50, but I guess you did inspire that, which I haven't actually watched, which I don't know if that's good or not, but well done, Twilight. It's just, I guess the Twilight films are supposed to be good, but I think they're batshit insane. I'm not going to, like, hate on anyone who actually does like the films. I do find the films kind of, like, funny, in the sense that, like, I would watch the films with my sister and we would kind of just, like, take the piss out of it. So, in its own way, it's kind of like a comedy, in my opinion. But, like, it's not something I'll choose to watch, because it is also batshit insane. I mean, we have Edward, who's stalking Bella in the first film and then chooses to marry her straight away. Then we also have the big bad dog Jacob with emotions and shit like that imprinting on the baby as a baby before Bella even got to hold the baby. Yeah, the films are kind of insane. But as a whole, I guess you could. I'm not going to actually. No, I'm not going to recommend to watch the films. I basically said what happens in the films. Take it with whatever you want. Have fun with that. Yeah. So, thank you for watching my video. I am sorry for anyone if I offended you by saying that the films are batshit insane. That doesn't mean they're bad, but, like, ooh, it's a wild ride. As for the Jacob versus Edward thing, my answer to that is neither. Like I said, one of them pretty much stalked Bella at the start, and the other one imprinted on the baby, and also he was also a bit of a rough character anyways. So yeah, the answer is neither. And does Bella deserve either of them? No, because she's also been leading both of them on throughout most of the film. So if I had to choose anyone, I'm going to go with Team Alice, because Alice, in my opinion, is the only stable character in the film. That's the answer to the Team Jacob, Team Edward conversation that everyone seems to have. And with that, thank you for watching my video. Just know that I'm only taking the mickey. I'm not actually hating on the films too much. Do not come at me if you're a hardcore fan. And with that, thank you. Good day.